When we talk about evergreen trees, we're talking about a type of tree that keeps its foliage year-round. Unlike deciduous trees that drop all their leaves seasonally, usually in response to cold or dry periods, evergreens hold on to their leaves through all seasons. That's what the term evergreen literally means: green throughout the year. The key thing that makes evergreen trees different from deciduous trees is not that they never lose leaves at all. They do shed old foliage, but that they replace those leaves gradually throughout the year instead of all at once in a single season. This slow, ongoing cycle means that at any given time, the tree still has a full canopy of functioning leaves. Through this strategy, an evergreen maximizes its ability to photosynthesize whenever conditions allow, even in colder months when a deciduous tree has no leaves at all. The leaves themselves are adapted for longevity. In the classic image of an evergreen, think of pines, firs, cedars, and spruces. The foliage is needle-like or scale-like. These needle leaves have a much smaller surface area than the broad leaves you'd find on many deciduous trees, and they're covered in a thick, waxy coating. This coating and the reduced surface area help limit water loss through evaporation and protect the leaves from freezing damage in cold environments or drying winds in harsher climates. Many evergreen leaves also contain natural antifreeze chemicals in their cells that prevent ice crystals from forming inside, which helps them survive freezing temperatures. Because they don't have to regrow an entire set of leaves each spring, evergreens can take advantage of favorable conditions as soon as they occur. For example, after a warm winter day with plenty of sunlight, an evergreen can resume photosynthesis immediately. A deciduous tree, by contrast, has to wait until new leaves grow before it can begin making food again. That's why evergreens are particularly successful in environments where growing seasons are short, soils are nutrient poor, or water is limited for parts of the year. Their foliage strategy lets them stay active longer without the high yearly cost of producing whole new leaves. When we think about evergreen trees in a broader evolutionary and ecological sense, it helps to remember that evergreen isn't a single lineage of plants. It's a functional adaptation shared across many different tree groups that have evolved independently in response to similar environmental pressures. That means you can find evergreen species in many plant families, from the classic needle-leaf conifers like pines and firs, to broadleaf trees such as live oaks and some laurels. Here in Southern California, we have a wide range of evergreen trees that we encounter in mountains and foothills. On the conifer side, species like the coulter pine are especially characteristic of the region, keeping their long needles year-round and thriving in dry, rocky soils. In higher elevations, white fir is a common sight, retaining its soft, flattened needles and forming dense forests. Incense cedar is another important evergreen conifer, recognizable by the scale-like foliage and thick, furrowed bark. You may also encounter Jeffrey pine, a hardy species adapted to colder conditions. All of these trees remain green throughout the year and are well suited to California's varied elevations and environments. Evergreen trees in California aren't limited to conifers. Broadleaf evergreens are a defining feature of many local ecosystems. The coast live oak is one of the most common evergreen oaks in the region, maintaining its leathery leaves year-round and shedding them gradually. Another key species is the canyon live oak, which thrives in canyons and on steep slopes. The California bay laurel can also be found in moister canyons, keeping its aromatic leaves year-round. Additionally, toyon, sometimes called California holly, is a widespread evergreen shrub or small tree recognized for its persistent foliage and bright red berries. These broadleaf evergreens play a major role in California habitats, often forming dense, drought-adapted plant communities alongside native conifers. Evergreen trees play crucial roles in their ecosystems. Their persistent canopies provide habitat and shelter for wildlife throughout the year. And because their needles and leaves are shed slowly, the forest floor under evergreens tends to accumulate a layer of litter that decomposes at a slower rate than leaf litter from deciduous trees. In some ecosystems, this can lead to more acidic soils and unique nutrient cycles that specialist plants and animals depend on. From an arborist perspective, evergreens behave differently than deciduous trees in terms of maintenance and growth. They don't go completely dormant in winter, so pruning and timing of work can differ. Their slow leaf turnover means that they don't require the same kind of annual cleanup that a large deciduous tree might generate. In summary, evergreen trees keep functional leaves year-round through a strategy of gradual leaf replacement. Their needle-like or tough broad leaves help conserve water, withstand cold or drought, and allow photosynthesis across seasons. This strategy evolved in many different plant groups and is successful in a wide range of climates. In California, you'll find both classic coniferous evergreens like redwoods and pines and broadleaf evergreens such as live oaks and bay laurels, all part of the evergreen story in this region.